Good morning. Welcome to the Breakfast News with the Sentinel. I am Moinita. And now let me take you through the top stories in today morning's The Sentinel. First is the news about the COVID scenario in the state of Assam. Not a very good one. Each one of us know about it already. Now, the Health and Family Welfare Minister Himanta Biswa Sharma said he in fact sounded the alarm bell, saying that the management of COVID 19 would not be possible in case the present trend of virus infection continues till December in the state. The state is currently recording around 2,500 COVID positive cases every day. Sharma said that there will be a severe shortage of ICU beds if the number of infections does not decline by October. He added that longer the COVID battle would be, the number of casualties would also increase. It is a matter of serious concern that 18 COVID patients died on a single day on Wednesday. This is what the health minister said. The gravity of the situation can be gauged from the fact that the National Health Mission Assam has issued an e-tendering. The NHM Assam has issued an e-tender on August 28th to purchase 3,000 beds for bodies. It's something that the doctors across city hospitals, the hospitals of Guwahati also has been expressing concerns about. Of course, the health minister has been sounding the warning there. He has been highlighting this particular fact almost every other day that earlier, just till a few days back, Assam was witnessing about 3,000 cases, reporting 3,000 cases on a daily basis. But now the minister is saying that it's around 2,500, and this could actually translate into Assam seeing as many as 75,000 new COVID cases during this particular month itself. And he had also said that the COVID challenge would continue most likely till the end of this year. The present scenario, as far as beds are concerned, has become a big cause of worry. And we, at the Sentinel, have been highlighting this particular fact. We have been doing a lot of stories there. Now, as far as the total number of COVID cases in Assam is concerned, the tally stands at 1,35,805. This is the number of total cases. The number of active cases stands at 29,687. Meanwhile, 1,05,704 people have been discharged. Death toll has gone up to 414. We had also highlighted the plight of the crematoriums, how the electric crematorium has been shut for so many days, barely after 2 months of being inaugurated, built at a cost of 5 crore plus, but now it is shut simply because the Guwahati Municipal Corporation is yet to appoint the number of workers that is required to make the crematorium operational. Now, the whole load, as far as Guwahati is concerned, being taken by two of the crematoriums in the city. The other top story in today morning's The Sentinel is, of course, the induction of the five Rafale jets into the Indian Air Force, assuring that five of the 36 French Rafale combat aircraft purchased by India can be deployed at the line of actual control at a short notice. Union Defence Minister Rajnath Singh said that though India strives for peace, it would not let its sovereignty and territorial integrity be compromised under any circumstances. In fact, the defense minister was speaking at the induction ceremony that was held yesterday at the Ambala Air Base in Punjab. Speaking during the induction ceremony of the 4.5 generation Rafale aircraft at the Air Force Station in Ambala, Singh lauded the Indian Air Force for the speed with which it deployed its assets at the forward bases in Ladakh during the border tensions with China. And here is what the minister said. This has once again proven the Air Force's state of preparedness to fulfill its role in case of any contingency. Everyone knows that India strives for world peace, but during the situation in Ladakh, we need to be vigilant. This is the defense minister saying during the induction ceremony, these are some of the pictures and the tweet from the Indian Air Force. There was a Sarv Dharma Puja that was conducted. There was a water cannon salute given to the five Rafale jets. Now, these five are part of the 36 Rafale fighters that India had. India is in the process of procuring from France. The agreement to buy the Rafales at a cost of about 59,000 crore rupees was signed way back in 2016. The entire project had got mired in controversy with the opposition raising a lot of questions, Congress in particular. But finally, of course, there was a round of court cases too. But finally, the five jets reached India. The five Rafale jets reached India in the later part of July this year. And yesterday, they got inducted into the Indian Air Force, giving a definite boost to the capabilities of our Indian Air Force. And this comes at a time when tension is escalating at the borders along the line of actual control with China. In fact, moving on to that particular story, the India China situation along eastern Ladakh, even as Chinese People's Liberation Army troops continue to occupy positions on Finger 4 at Pangyong Lake in eastern Ladakh, Indian soldiers have occupied some heights overlooking PLA positions in the North Bank areas, sources have said. And here is what sources said. Our troops have occupied some heights overlooking the positions occupied by PLA. Now, the source also added that this is a precautionary deployment instead of preemptive action. Sources said Indian Army troops that specialize in mountain warfare had managed to take over these vantage points north and south of Panyong Lake. The build-up continues there along the line of actual control, and we are yet to hear about the five Arunachal youth who had allegedly strayed into the Chinese territory across the India-China border along Arunachal border with China. Though earlier, a couple of days back, we had a tweet from Minister Kiran Rijiju that the handover process is underway, but the boys are yet to return home. Moving on to some court story here, and this is about a few of the legislators. The Supreme Court of India is going to hear the cases against legislators, including former ones, on September 16. In a significant development, the Apex Court has asked the central government to clarify within 6 weeks its stand on banning such legislators from contesting elections for life if convicted. The Guwahati High Court has given details of cases, including cases under the Prevention of Corruption Act against legislators, to the Apex Court. Generally, cases under the PC Act or the Prevention of Corruption Act are investigated by the CBI. Since a number of high courts are yet to give details of cases pending against legislators of their respective jurisdiction to the Supreme Court, the Apex Court has asked them to give details of cases, including those under the PC Act. The Apex Court has set Wednesday next as the date of hearing of these cases. In fact, there are as many as 35 legislators from Assam who has criminal cases against them, and the Supreme Court will hold a hearing regarding these cases on September 16. It is just yesterday that we had reported about how the wildlife, and particularly wildlife in waters, have been affected over the past 46 years. That was a report by the WWF, and it states that there has been a decline of almost 84%, and wildlife and environment as a whole has taken a huge hit because of the human activities, the destruction, the deforestation, rampant construction that has been going on. And in fact, the report also pointed out that there would be impact on the environment because of the ongoing COVID pandemic. In fact, the wildlife decline, the population of wildlife has declined by at least 68%. over the past 46 years. This is a report from 1970 to 2016. The report we have it on our website, sentinelassam.com. You can read that report there. In and now the story that we are reporting today morning is about the poaching of Gangetic uh, dolphins. Whenever the river dolphin, known as the Gangetic dolphin, is spotted in the Brahmaputra and the Gangadhar River from various locations, poachers start fishing them clandestinely. Oil extract, in fact, they poach the Gangetic dolphin simply for the oil, and it is actually extremely attractive and expensive. And these sweet looking fellows are at high risk. That is one story that we have highlighted, and we all need to take note about this particular one. This has been highlighted in today morning's The Sentinel. Now, moving on to news from the other states of Northeast. Meghalaya government has taken the lead in launching India's largest project in the piggery sector with assistance from the National Cooperative Development Corporation, the apex financing body for cooperatives. While addressing the event organized at the national capital for handover of the first tranche of financial assistance amounting to about 53 crore rupees, Chief Minister of Meghalaya, Conrad Sangma, said in the presence of the Union Minister of State for Agriculture and Farmers Welfare, Kailash Chaudhary, and here is what Mr. Sangma said. The project will be rolled out immediately as it directly impacts the economic well-being of farmers in villages. Conrad Sangma thanked Prime Minister Narendra Modi for giving the clarion call for doubling the farmers' income, towards which the project is directed. The project involves Atmanirbhar Bharat, as it would not only substitute pork imports into Meghalaya but also export hygienic pork products. The event was attended by Meghalaya Deputy Chief Minister Preston Kinsong, among others. So a big move there as far as creating job opportunities for people is concerned. And then a little bit of update about the corona status in the states of Arunachal Pradesh and Meghalaya. First, of course, is Arunachal Pradesh. As many as 147 new cases, including 17 security personnel, tested positive for COVID in Arunachal Pradesh, taking the state's tally to 5,445 on Thursday. This is what the state surveillance officer, Dr. L. Jampa, informed. Meanwhile, 183 more people have been cured of the disease, taking the total number of recoveries till date to 3,906. Of course, these are figures till yesterday. The recovery rate among the COVID 19 patients in the state has improved to 70.44%. Arunachal Pradesh now has 1,630 active COVID 19 cases. 9 patients have died because of the virus. Now, this is the update as far as corona cases. And of course, there's one more update from the state of Arunachal Pradesh related to COVID 19. Now, the Arunachal Pradesh BJP president, Biram Waghe, has tested positive for the virus. Waghe, who also represents the Pakke Kesang Assembly constituency of the state, said he has been following all instructions as advised by the doctors since he tested positive on Wednesday. And here is what he has said. On getting initial symptoms of COVID 19, I took the rapid antigen test on Wednesday for the safety and security of my family, friends, and society as a whole, and I have tested positive for the virus, he said, while adding that he is following all the necessary instructions given by the doctors. So now, earlier we had reported how many of the MLAs, almost 4 of them in Arunachal Pradesh had tested positive. Now the state BJP president also testing positive for coronavirus. Now, news from Meghalaya. The permanent building of the Meghalaya Legislative Assembly is likely to be completed by the year end, in fact, by December 2021. This was stated by the Assembly Speaker, Medba Lindo, after he carried out an inspection of the ongoing work at Maodyeongyang in the new Shillong Township area on Wednesday. The Speaker was accompanied by the State Minister of Urban Affairs, Hamlet Dolling, as well as officials from the Department of Planning and Finance. So Meghalaya will get a new assembly building by next year end. So that's all that we have this morning, viewers. For all of you, news and updates continue in sentinelassam.com. Do not forget to log in and stay updated. And also do find us across the social platforms of Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, and our videos are also available across these platforms. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. Till we meet again, take care. Goodbye.